Okay, so welcome to Results Mastery Live, and this week we're going to cover YouTube Mastery, which is a fantastic opportunity, I think. And not only are we going to cover YouTube, but we're also going to talk about video marketing in general. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Hopefully, we'll get a few more people. We've got 25 people scheduled to be here. Obviously, not everybody's going to make it, but we'll hopefully get a few more people logging in very soon. Let me go to view slideshow. There we go. Okay, so as I say, welcome. It's great to have you here. And I've always believed in the ability to be able to help people to really scale their business within 12 months, to go from where they are to where they want to be within that time. Just give you a bit of a background of today. So we've got about a 20-minute session. There we go. We've got one more person just arrived. We've got a 20-minute session where I'm going to do a presentation about how to win business from the use of video. After that, there'll be a roundtable Q&A. Hi, Peter. Good to see you.
Hi, Steve. Yeah.
And then I'm going to I've got a couple of offers for you today. One is a meeting with me. And I really stress this is not a sales meeting for me to try and sell you stuff, but rather an opportunity for you to benefit. You know, I've been doing this a long time now. And, not saying I'm the world's leading expert in anything, but I'm pretty good at what I do. I've been doing it successfully. I worked with thousands of businesses in hundreds of different industries throughout that time. And I think, there's some credibility in the fact that I've been around for a little while. I obviously started very young. I wasn't very old when I started, but, in all seriousness, I've been doing this a long time now. So hopefully I can really impact you. So just before we start talking about YouTube, I'd like to just run through what I call my 5-step process for business growth. And it's I think, a really good one. And it's something that I learned from someone else. I've sort of adapted it for me and for my clients, but I do think it is a really, really powerful thing. This is actually from a guy called Daniel Priestley. Some of you may know Daniel and know of him, and he's one of the people that I've learnt lots from over the years, and full of respect for him and what he does. But he believes, and so do I, that one of the biggest problems that people make with their marketing is they show up and just try to sell immediately. I get that a lot on LinkedIn, and I'm sure you do too. People say to me, would you like to connect to me, Steve? Because I've just been to your website and I thought it was really good. And I go, yeah. And I press that little button, and then 30 seconds later, they're pitching me. And they have no idea really who I am or anything pretty much at all. So that's not the way to do it, I don't think. It's about building relationships. It's about improving those relationships. And Jordan Belfont what's the film he was in? What was the film Jordan Belfont?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. Thank you. Yeah, he famously said that in business it's about getting people to know you, like you, and trust you, and to know, like, and trust your company, and to know, like, and trust your products and services. So if you can get those 3 things, then that's where you can be successful. So that's my belief, and I put that into a 5-step structure where we look at how can we grow our crowd. I think that's one of the biggest problems that people have, obscurity. In a small business, we're not known. We're not known by enough people. There are 3 million people 3 million businesses in the UK. And out of those, I'm able to market myself to about 100,000, which is a lot more than most. I've got them on my email list, I've got them on my social media, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty good, but it's only a small fraction what's available. And for a lot of businesses, you know, they either don't have an email list, or if they do, it's not very big, and they've got a few hundred or a few thousand people connected on LinkedIn, and it ain't much more than that, to be honest. So, you know, that's definitely an area that we need to work on, and there's no better way of doing that than through video. Using video, getting people to know, like, and trust you, because they can see you, they can hear you, they can see your, you know, your body language and all those sorts of things that affect that three areas of business of getting people to know, like, and trust. Once we've done that, we've got to capture them. We've got to get them into something. We've got to get them, you know, I'm going speaking at an exhibition in a couple of weeks in Basingstoke. There'll be, I don't know, 50 people in the room. I want to capture those people. I want to get their details. I want to be able to connect to them on LinkedIn. I want them on my email list, and I want to be able to communicate with them. So I've got to think about what I'm going to do in my marketing in order to do that. Once we've done that, we've got to convert them from visitors, from people who are interested. They've been to my website, they've listened to my video, and maybe attended Results Mastery Live, to convert them into leads. You know, it's all very well, you know, being popular, but we need to get them into leads. So we need to look at that too. Next one, step 4, is we get that easy first sale. A lot of people, you know, spend a lot of time and effort getting leads, but they don't convert well enough. So we got to get that easy first sale. And then it's a matter of continuity. How can we keep them coming back, creating raving fans instead of just satisfied customers who sort of might buy from you again, but they might go elsewhere, they might Google it. Well, what we want, obviously, to really grow our business is ongoing streams of income and so on. So that's my 5 sort of step process. Oh, I've gone back. Why did I go back? There we go. I don't know, but anyway, we're now going to look at video marketing. So why video to start with? Well, I've heard various figures around this first bullet point there, that there are 1 billion views per hour on this website called YouTube. Now, I've also heard it's 3 billion. So I don't know, but what I can tell you is there's a lot. You know, it's almost like you know, it's the thing, or it's certainly one of the things that's really taken off in the last few years. You know, will it go up or will it go down? I don't know, but I do believe the use of video will increase over time. We're going to have more people using it, listening to it, and watching it. So, you know, if you're not involved with it, you know, people can't watch. So the number one thing, if you're not doing video, let's get you doing video. And the reasons behind that, I think that, you know, the conversion rate of video is higher. And I know in my experience, you know, when I do things like post out on LinkedIn, my views and things of videos tend to be higher than if it's just a picture of something or just some words. When I send out an email that's got a video embedded, my conversion rate is normally up round about 40% more than if it doesn't have a video. So video is just incredibly powerful, guys. You know, it helps with loads of people looking at videos, loads of people liking videos, and a better, higher, newer conversion rate. Really, really powerful. Another reason I think with videos, there's all sorts of new technology emerging, isn't there? You know, along the lines of AI. I came across a website the other day called Camtasia.io, which is a fantastic little website. It enables us to do videos, even if we don't want to be on video, by having a virtual person. And you can select that virtual person. You can have a man, a woman, an older, younger, whatever ethnic background or whatever you want. And this person will talk in 120 different languages. How cool is that? How long is it going to take you to do a video in Chinese? You know, if your market is Chinese, you know, I think, you know, I'd probably hesitate in terms of doing that myself. But you can do this using the virtual AI on this video. So there's loads and loads of new technology emerging, and some of it is just fantastic. So that's another reason why. But I'd say the number one is around the conversion rate, and getting people to know, like, and trust you would also be within that list as well. So how do you do it? Well, there's loads of different ways, isn't there? You know, you can go to a video production company and a studio and get that done. And I think, you know, we all should do that. If you go to my website, steve-mills.com, you'll see on the homepage a professionally done video. But if you go to my blogs or you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see loads and loads of videos. You find me all over LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and so on and so forth, doing little videos either on my phone or more normally like this. I'm actually on I've got an iMac, and I'm on my iMac. I've got my camera straight in front of me there, so it's nice and head height. I've got this thing here, if you can see that. That's a nice quality a microphone. It's called, by the way, it's called a Rode mic. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's RODE. I was told by a friend of mine, Steve Highland, who runs Business Connections Live, to invest a little bit more and get myself a good Rode mic. And it was, I think I'd gone to Amazon and spent like 60 quid on one. He said, no, send that back and go and buy a Rode mic. So I bought one for about, I think it's about £110, and allegedly it improves the quality of the sound. I hope it does today, but you might want to do that. So you can go professional, or you can go what I'd call amateur, but really you need to put a little bit of time and effort into making sure it's good. So, you know, phones these days are blooming brilliant. We got these sticks and so on and so forth that we can use to get the distance right, or you know, tripods and so on and so forth. You can buy cameras, obviously, and again, pretty much the more you pay, the better you get. The lighting, I think, is really important. Again, I've got this little thing here. Can you see that? Right, that just sticks up there in front of me. It was, I don't know, 10 quid on Amazon, and it just lights my face up a little bit, so I'm not looking like a dark, mysterious character. You know, you can see me and hopefully hear me okay. So get the lighting right, get the microphone right. If you think about where to do videos, there's loads of things you can do, as I say, on your phone or on a camera and stuff. The way I do most of mine is actually on Zoom. I log into, I set up a meeting on Zoom with myself, with nobody else there. It's really good quality. And I just record it on Zoom, and then I, excuse me, I upload it to YouTube, and then I proliferate it everywhere. I get it out there as much as I possibly can. Really easy to do, and for me, it works really well. Excuse me. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'll try not to cough anymore. A couple of other things. Background. You know, I've got my background here, but you can see here, you see how I get, you know, like my thing disappears and it comes back in and so on and so forth. What's happened there? I've all of a sudden come out of my slideshow. Let's try and go back in. Yeah, okay, I'm back in. Yeah, there's loads of things that you can do to make sure you've got a good background. A lot of people use one. I see Peter's on one right now. But the one thing you can do to get rid of that sort of problem with things disappearing is to have a green screen. So you can get a green screen again on Amazon for next to nothing, 50, 60, 70 quid, a really good one with, all singing, all dancing for about £120. So brilliant again. Next one. Platform, where are you going to do your videos? Well, obvious one would be, for me anyway, would be YouTube or Vimeo. That's another really good one. I've also mentioned about Camtasia. I think utilizing a website like Camtasia, if you know of Camtasia, that can be a really useful website to use. And what that does is it allows me to record the screen. So I could record my presentation, as it were, on Camtasia, Camtaisa, I think. Another one I use, which is brilliant, is Loom. Loom. It's fantastic for doing what I call one-to-one videos. I will occasionally do a video on Loom and send it out to loads of people, but I tend to use it more on one-to-one. Here's how I tend to use it. Let's say one of my clients has got a new website and they say, could you give us some feedback on the website, Steve? I say, yeah, sure. So rather than spending half an hour writing it all down, I just do a Loom video. And I go, it's really good. However, these things here on your website, I possibly would recommend changing. And see this over here, change that as well. That needs to be a little bit bigger and make your phone number more prominent and so on and so forth. So I can, use that in that way. Or I might do, hi, Peter, Steve here. It was great to meet you earlier. And thank you ever so much for attending my event. If I can help you in any other way, give us a shout, and hopefully you'll book a meeting with me following today's event. So, and then I just send that to Peter. I can just email it to him and he gets the link, and that I think is also pretty cool, because it's building relationships. It's speaking to him, even though I'm not, if I try and call him and he's not there, I can just send him a Loom video. Looking forward to seeing you next week, Peter. Just confirming we're meeting at 2 o'clock on Wednesday on Zoom. I'll email you a link through and speak then. That could be just as simple as that. It's really, really useful. So, okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is the marketing of it, which, really ultimately it's what really matters, isn't it? There's no point doing loads of videos and, them sitting on YouTube without getting any traffic, without getting looked at. We want to get them looked at. That's what we want. So what are we going to do? Well, as I mentioned, we're going to upload it to somewhere, probably onto YouTube. We could upload it onto a variety of different things, LinkedIn, Vimeo, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to suggest that, I can't see a reason why you wouldn't want your video on YouTube. And by the way, sometimes I do videos that I don't want everybody to see. Perhaps they're only for my Results Mastery University clients or my current clients. So I can produce the video and then hide it on YouTube, which some people don't necessarily know about. So I thought I'd just mention that. But assuming you want everybody to do that, you can upload it to YouTube, and then literally your world is your oyster. You can take the URL from the top of the video and you can embed it onto your website and onto your blog. It's really easy to do. If you can cut and paste, you can literally do that. If you don't know how to do it, drop me an email and I'll do you a Loom video showing you how to do it, okay? And if nobody knows how to do it, then let me know and what will I do? I'll send it to everybody. Why not? I'll send it to everybody. So YouTube's brilliant. There's also a button under each and every video called share. Again, so many people miss out on this. There's a button called share, and if you click on that button, it'll ping up a load of different places. It'll have LinkedIn, it'll have email, Facebook, Instagram, embed it, another link to embed it on your website, and loads of others that are, you know, more obscure social media sites. So it enables you to send it out anywhere within like 2 clicks. I can get that onto LinkedIn, I can get it onto Facebook, and so on and so forth. It's really easy. Twitter as well, and so on and so forth. So you know, that is again just a total no-brainer. I think probably one of the most powerful things you can do with your video is to get it out on social media. You know, it makes it a little bit different, and you know, why wouldn't you do that? So, you know, you should be recording videos and pushing them out through your social media. In my opinion, if you want to get more people to know, like, and trust you, apart from meeting them or running an event like this is good, because, you know, after we've finished in a couple of minutes, we'll have a chat, you know, and that's good, and that hopefully helps you to know, like, and trust me, and me you, and we build relationships, and so on and so forth. So, you know, that I think would be you know, definitely something I'd recommend doing. Another one, again, I was talking to my Results Mastery members this morning about a lack of email marketing that they're doing. I said, look, you get my emails probably once, twice a week at least. I'm getting no emails from you guys. No, that's either because you're not emailing or I'm not on your list. So I should be on your list. If I'm not, get me up there on that list. And if I am, then let's start using this fantastic tool called email marketing to communicate with people, build relationships. We've got them onto your list. We've gone past that first stage. Now we've got to build that relationship. And that doesn't mean sending out a quarterly newsletter, by the way. It means keeping in touch with people on a regular basis so that they know, like, and trust you. And again, there's a really easy opportunity to either take the URL and just create a link saying something like, so if you want to find out more, watch this video. Or you can embed. Most email marketing systems allow you to embed a video into the email. Now, how it actually works is that you don't embed the video, because that would be, you know, you can't really send video via email without, you know, massive bandwidth. So what it does is it sends a picture of the email, and then they click on it and it plays. So it's, again, really nice technology, really easy to do, and really, really powerful in terms of conversion. Next one is blogging. Yeah, you know, you can set up a blog on your website. I tend to do like both. I do video blogs and normal blogs, and sometimes I create them together. So I'll do a, you know, I'll do the words, the written word, and a video on the same blog post. So again, really, really powerful. And last but by no means least is advertising. You know, you can take your video onto Facebook and set up a Facebook advert. You can do exactly the same on LinkedIn. And I'm sure you can do the same on pretty much most social media sites. So you could do that all over the place. You can do it on YouTube. You know, you've seen many, many times, I know, where you go and look for a video, but there's a video on the front of that video, isn't there? You know, which after 5 seconds, you can click and not watch any more of it. So the person who's doing that type of advertising is basically not paying unless you watch 30 seconds of the video. So if I set that up and did, I don't know, said anybody who watches a Tony Robbins video, or a, you know, somebody who's a top marketing person, if they go to watch those videos, I want them to see my video first. pings up Steve Mills. You're looking for Tony Robbins, but you find Steve Mills, and I've got 5 seconds to get you interested enough to stay for a period of time where I can influence you. But for a lot of people, they won't. They'll just go, no, I want to see Tony. And what I'm doing all the time is I'm getting my face out there. I'm marketing my business to thousands of people every day who are seeing, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of Steve for zero, for nothing. It costs zip, until and unless they've watched 30 seconds of it. And I think that's a great opportunity. Why wouldn't you start thinking about that? Okay, so let's just have a look at structure. Spelled that wrong, haven't I? Anyway, never mind. So professional or amateur, I think you need to do both. Yeah, I don't know why is my screen keep flicking over? I don't know, but I do apologize. But anyway, so professional or amateur, you need, in my opinion, professional video on the homepage. It's fine to do amateur on other pages, shall we say, on other pages on your website. I do that all the time. I've got over 700 videos on YouTube. And there's no reason why you shouldn't start to develop that. Set up your own site, make it like your brand, like your website, and make it as good as possible. How long should it be? I'm often asked that. And my answer to that is as long as it needs to be without any waffle. I really do believe there's no such thing as too long. There's only too boring. Okay, so keep it interesting. I do believe if it's a sales-based video, it probably needs to be one minute-ish, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. But if it's an information video, one of my biggest videos in terms of views has had over 14,000 views, and it's over an hour long. It's an hour long, and people go, "Oh, that's terrible. That's an hour." No, it's not. It's great because people want information. And if it's good, they're prepared to watch it. If it's not, a minute's too long, so have it as long as you need it to be. But produce a variety, some nice little short, of shorts now, I'm sure you do, with TikTok coming along. I'm doing TikTok shorts, I'm doing YouTube shorts, and I'm doing longer videos as well. And again, this technology whose name I can't quite remember, but if you email me, I will certainly look it up for you. If you've done a video that's like an hour long and you put it into this software, it'll break it up into 1 minute videos. And it's very clever because it knows when to start and when to stop because you're onto a different subject. It's really clever. It's all AI generated and very, very clever. I've looked at it and actually done it for quite a few of my videos. So I've just taken what I've got and then just divided them automatically using AI into many different short videos. So, fantastic. Where should you record it? Well, here I just wanted to say that, whilst it's good, I'm here, I'm in my office, I got my background, I got my lighting, I got all that sort of stuff. But also, I think it's interesting, to do it in different places. I've got a very good friend, a guy called Bob Harper, who's an accountant. And one of the best videos I've seen with him is one that he does on the beach. He's based in Falmouth. He's walking along the beach with his trousers rolled up to his knees. He's got his feet in the water. It's a lovely sunny day. He's got his dog there and he's chatting away really in a nice way on the beach as he's walking along with his camera on the end of a stick. And it's a really good video. So, try and be a little bit creative. Think about, where am I going to do this video? Where could I do that's, interesting, that people might like? So there's some tips for you there. Structure. Let me just tell you about this, because this is a real golden opportunity. How are you going to structure your video? One of the biggest problems that people have, I think, is they structure them in a way without really understanding what they're doing. So typically they go on there and they go, "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. Today I'm going to talk to you about internet marketing." They then go blah, 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 blah over a period of time. And then at the end of it, they go, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're interested in finding out more from me, please get in touch at this website. Now, a couple of problems with that. Firstly, people might not know Steve Mills. Most people don't. So who is he? Is he worth listening to? The second problem is the call to action is right at the end. And let's face it, not everybody's going to get to the end, even if it's only a 2-minute video. And so the structure that I recommend is this. You start your video by saying who you are. So I'd say, hi, my name's Steve Mills. I've spent 28 years in marketing, working with small businesses, helping them to grow. I'm also the author of 4 books on marketing, and I speak on marketing, not quite all over the world, but in many different places. So that's building credibility for me. Then I'd say, this is step 2. Step 2, today I want to talk to you about digital marketing. I've got 3 tips for you. Now, before I do, let me just say that if digital marketing is an issue for you, then what I'd like to do is to offer you a free one-to-one 30-minute meeting with me. So I'm pitching them, not trying to sell them, but sell them on the idea of meeting me right at the beginning. You get that? Right at the beginning, after I've introduced myself, here's the pitch. So I'd say that, then I'd go, right, okay, where was I? Oh yeah, digital marketing, my 3 tips. So tip 1 is this, tip 2 is that, tip 3 is something else. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have, and you want to take it further, then don't forget, book a meeting with me. Here's a link to my website. Thank you ever so much for listening. One last thing, please, if you like to know more from me, subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so that you get reminded every time I do a video. Thanks again. So that would be my structure there. So that, I think, could be really valuable for you. I actually learned that from a guy called Frank Kern, who's one of the world's leading marketing experts, stroke video marketing experts. And it works really well for me. So if it works for you, that would be fantastic. Okay, so I finished. I went on a little bit longer than I thought I was going to there, so I do apologize, but hopefully it was of value. So questions, we got about 10 minutes, something like that for questions. Anybody got any questions, thoughts, ideas, comments, etc.? Go on, we need somebody.
I have a question for you, Steve.
Georgina, thank you.
So say for example, your business has got multiple work streams, and so you're kind of, maybe it's all connected, but you're essentially talking about 2 slightly different things.
Yeah.
What's your view on that under the same branding? Is it confusing, or actually can you make it work?
You can make it work. Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing sometimes. I spoke to somebody yesterday who said, I've got 4 totally unrelated businesses. What should I do? So that was a little bit more of a challenge. At least yours are related. But yeah, you know, I'll go on there and talk about websites. I'll go on there and talk about LinkedIn. Today, you know, I do a video on YouTube and so on and so forth. So I think as long as, you know, as long as it's similar, I think it's fine. But, you know, I sometimes interview people. I interviewed somebody the other day who was a health person. They spoke about health and fitness, you know, nothing to do with marketing. So I was talking to them about that and what they thought. But I think the key, Georgina, is what is of interest to your market. What are they you know, is anybody interested in fitness? You know, I'd like to think we all are to some level. You know, so that was of value to me, you know, and you know, getting out there and getting my message out to people, you know, was still of great value, I think, even though it wasn't directly about marketing. But you know, I came at it, look, if you're fit and healthy, you know, you have more energy, you'll be able to do more stuff, you'll be able to grow your business more, you know. So there's always a, like, you know, a twist to it where you can sort of you know, relate it to what it is you're talking about, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Who's doing much in terms of videos? Just interested. Ian, you do many?
A couple of years ago, I did quite a number for
Okay.
just training purposes.
Yeah.
With the new business, where excuse me, I've got the same problem you've got.
Got the same problem. It's a
Yeah,
computer virus.
with the new business, we're looking at doing more with video interviewing for candidates.
Okay.
And interviewing or them making a statement, because the days of sort of face-to-face interviewing are dying. People, you know, takes all the issues around travel and all that.
Yeah.
And you can get sort of 80%.
Yeah.
So it's not quite the same as
No.
So video introductions are really important. And
yeah, I agree. I mean, the two things I didn't talk about there, that's, you just reminded me, is one, doing video interviews. I think they're great. I really do. And I'm always open to either be interviewed by you, or you know, you to come on with me and I'll talk to you about your experience. I'm always open to do that. And then the other one is video testimonials. They're just like, oh my God, you know, they're brilliant. You know, you get somebody else saying how great you are. That's 10 times more powerful than anything I could say, you know. You know, and you know, I've got one section on my YouTube channel that's called "Don't Take Our Word for It," and it's just full of testimonials from satisfied clients that I've picked up over, you know, many years. And it's as easy again as, you know, I'm going to this event in Basingstoke. I'm hoping and believing that afterwards some people will come up to me and say, "Oh, really good talk, Steve. Thanks. I really enjoyed it." I said, "Oh, brilliant. That's great. Would you do me a favor and do me a video testimonial?" And you know, I can record it and use it in my marketing. Would that be okay? Yeah, no problem, Steve. Not everybody will. Some people, oh no, I don't like being on video, and that's fine, you know. But for those who will, why wouldn't I ask? You know, because if you don't ask, you don't get. So yeah,
I have a question, Steve.
Yeah, Peter.
Following on from what you said and what Ian said as well, because you know, when you watch a film these days,
yeah,
they never start at the beginning, do they? I mean, they start halfway through, don't they? And I wonder whether there's any value in doing an interrupt instead of starting off by saying, "Oh, hello there, I'm Peter Smith. I do blah blah blah." I could perhaps, if I started part way through and said, "Have you ever wondered what it would be like if something was different?" You know, so in other words, you start off with an interrupt.
Yeah.
Instead of introducing yourself, then you can introduce you say,
"Yeah, you can."
Well, what do you think about that? I'll just mention, and then you could do it differently. I'm just wondering whether that would sometimes be a useful way into a video.
Yeah. Particularly if you know what are the big problems that your market's got. If you go to my website, you'll see a nice little structure on my main video on my homepage, and it basically says, "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. I work with businesses who want to grow. Some of them have a problem with lack of time to do their own marketing. Others don't understand modern digital methods, and a few have have ran a business without hardly doing any marketing and now want to really grow it." Does that ring any bells? If it does, perhaps we should talk. And again, I learned that from somebody else. It's a lovely little line, and the way he put it to me was it was to do videos and to do even emails and social media posts that say, we work with businesses like this. Some of them have that problem, others have another problem, and the third group have the third problem. and I really like that as a structure. So yeah, I think it's a really good idea, Peter. You know, again, this morning in my results mastery group, we were talking about how can we be different. So, you know, that definitely applies to video, I think. You know, how can we be different? So we're just about out of time. So I'm just going to make you my sort of offers, if I may. Got a couple. As I've already mentioned, if you want to book a meeting with me, just simply go to steve-mills.com and book a Zoom meeting. We can have a conversation about you and your business, your marketing, what's working, what's not working, and so on and so forth. You're very welcome to do that. As I said, I'm not there to sell you anything. If at the end you say to me, look, is there anything else you can help me with? We can have a conversation. So that's one thing. The other thing I've got is something I call my Results Mastery University. I'm really keen to promote this, and it's part of my ongoing commitment to try and help as many businesses as I can. You can join for free, doesn't cost you anything. And what it is, it's almost like a little mini LinkedIn. There's a place where you can go and post stuff and communicate with the other members. There's a video section. There's two prices. One's free and the other's 40 quid. If you want to access all the videos, of which there are 200 of them, you have to pay the 40 quid a month. But you can access some of the videos for free. So if you want to do that, you gain access to everybody, so you can see people and connect with them and go and message them. But you're totally free to promote your business. I really don't mind. You can go in and tell people about your events or your videos. You can upload a video. You can do all that sort of stuff. If you want to join, just email me at the address on the wall behind me, and I'll get you signed up. So you'd be very welcome to do that. Lastly, just next week, if you want to attend next week's event, it's called Website Mastery. Okay, so I'm going to be covering websites and how to turn your, because so many people, you know, have a website and they don't win any business from it. It's almost like I don't know, 90% of them, something like that. They don't win business from their website. And I think, why is that? And I've got a couple of ideas around why that is. Actually, a few ideas. But anyway, we'll talk about that next week. So if you want to come along to that, you're very, very welcome. Other than that, I'd just like to say thank you for being here. I'm sorry we didn't get quite so many this week. I don't know. I think that maybe there was a bit of confusion about how to access things. But if that was the case, apologies for that. Other than that, thank you for being here. And I look forward to speaking to you again and hopefully meeting soon. Thank you, Kim.
Nice one.
Back to front though.
Thank you.
On this machine, I haven't got my camera reversed. I've got to get back together.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right, take
Steve.
care, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye.